Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tomb Raider 2. Oh, we've got trouble. We've already got trouble, big trouble. Okay, we're good. Okay, so welcome to the deck. I'm very fond of this level. I think it's a really well put together level. And I will tell you all about it very soon. But first things first, just to get out of the way, I have a little bit of a change to my setup. So if audio sounds any different or sounds louder, quieter, whatever it might be, I have had a complete kind of change up of how things are set up. So my mic is a little bit of a different, it's set up in a different way. So hopefully it hasn't caused any changes to the sound or quality or anything like that. So just a quick note on that. Right, so as you saw, I'll come back to here in a second. As you saw, we start this level pretty much exactly where we left the last one. So we came pretty much just out of this door and onto the exterior of the Maria Doria. We were immediately attacked by a flamethrower guy who we have to react to pretty quickly because that is pretty much a one-hit kill here. And then we followed up with killing the guy with the wrench. And if we come around here, we'll also find some grenades. So this level is quite looping, but in quite an impressive way. So you'll see here, there's this big area down here. Might be able to see it better from this side. There's a big area down here with part of the boat. You can see the propeller and all that. But there's also the other three levels of this ship's decks. So we are on the lower deck here at the moment, and there are another 3 levels as we go up, which we'll see from different perspectives. We'll access from different points, and then there's the actual ground floor itself. But we're not going to go either of those ways first. Where we actually need to go is down this way, and we're going to have a nice little dive down here. Swan dive for added benefit. You may have seen a flash of a key as we came down here. That is where we're going. That's what we're looking for. There will be some fish. Okay, so clear those out. We will be going that way momentarily, but first things first, we need to head up these rock faces to get the key. Come on, Lara. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Can we just climb onto this? No, I didn't think so. There we go. This one is a slope, so we need to take a little hop. This one is also a slope, so we again need to take a little hop. And then we can get our key. Aha, indeed. So this is the stern key. And not stern as in giving you a stern talking to. Stern as in the part of a boat or a ship. I don't believe there's anything else here. You can kind of go back to the original graphics here to get rid of the coral and stuff and see if there's anything on the floor. It's a it's a little bit of a cheat. I don't think it's a particularly bad one, to be fair. One interesting thing though, if you look straight up, you'll see a hole in the top of this cave, which was not there in the original. So some nice little detailed added touches throughout that I just think they're neat. So in order to get out of here, we can swim straight through this little cave, and it will bring us out here. Now, we will have some trouble, but he won't make it all the way to us. He also doesn't drop anything. This is also one of those levels where a lot of stuff that you are going to find will not drop from enemies. So you may already recognize this, but this is the bottom level. We're actually directly under where we started. That is the lower deck right above us. And I'll show you momentarily. We've got some more enemies to take care of. Make sure he stays far enough away not to catch us. Come on. There we go. The nice thing about the flamethrower guys is that they don't have enough health to withstand much. Like they do a shit ton of damage, excuse my French, but if you manage to get them with a good shot, then you're good. So that up there where that little railing is, that's where we were. And where we actually need to go to end the level, which will not be possible for obvious reasons, is in here. This is, once we go in there, we get to finish the level. But no, it's not that simple. The stern key does not work here. No, she says, and no is right. So this, effectively, this whole bit of the ship, I think is just referred to as the stern. I don't know enough about boats to understand what a stern is. I know that's what it means. Anyway, we got a quick block pushing puzzle here. There is a door behind these. I think it's right. It's right behind this double stacked box. So what you need to do is we need to push that first one forward so that we can push the top one off. And that will allow us to pull the bottom two out of the way. Like so. You will need to pull it back twice because... Oh no, sorry. You'll need to pull it and then push it from the other side because you need the space to be able to pull the other one. And then we can pull this one. No, not that, Lara, thank you. Right, and then from here, on the other side of this, we have some flares and a lock. And this is where the stern key goes. Right, so gonna hit a quick save here. Not because this place is dangerous, but just I've made a decent bit of progress here. Yep, that one. Had to think about that for a second. So below here there is some water, and we're not gonna follow this the whole way around. I'll quickly show you why. At the end, there is a movable block, big wooden crate. So obviously that suggests that you need to drain the area, and on your way back you'll see this lever. It does not drain the area, but it will open a trapdoor, and that's all we need from here for now. So once we've done that, we just head straight back out the way we came in. And where is that trapdoor, I hear you ask? It's a very good question. I don't think this guy drops anything as well. Oh, no, he does. He drops shotgun shells. Neat. So, quite sneakily hidden from view is this little trapdoor. There is no button to open it. When you walk on it, it opens. Weird one, I agree, but that's it. And this little section down here is where we saw the other trapdoor from the switch open. That'll allow us to climb up to another switch. And this switch does exactly what we need it to do and drains the water in the stern. So with that done, we're just immediately going to go back to the stern. I know I say it quite often, particularly like I've repeated it multiple times in the past few levels, but I just can't get past the thought of running around barefoot in all these rusty metal nails and rivets and panels, and I just think it's a terrible and awful idea. So you definitely need to do a safety drop here, because you'll take damage otherwise. But with all this drained, it will allow us to pull this block out of the way. Alright, and behind here we have a long tunnel. So, this has actually left us out behind this big propeller. That's the big stern building on the far side there. We ran by that earlier on. But this actually leaves us out in this enormous lake kind of area. And again, I'm going to hit a quick save here because this is a bit of a dangerous area. So, first things first, let's go for a swim. So there'll be two divers in here. Both of them are down the far end. You can see the harpoons flying at us. There's one there on the right, one there on the left. Once they've got you in their sights, you're going to want to head up here, but don't worry about the divers just yet, because as soon as you get up here, a guy will come at you. Now what I really wanted to do there was to get 2 shots out before he did that. There we go. And then from here, with them where they are, we can just pick them off while they can't do much damage to us. There we go. Right, and before we move off, don't forget the Uzis here. I actually think this might be where you can get the Uzis, but if you already have them like we do, it'll just be 2 sets of clips. Right, so where we ultimately need to go is onto this raft in the middle. You can kind of just make out the shape of a key on one of the blocks there. The problematic thing about that is that we can't just climb out onto it. That's not how rafts work apparently, which does strike me as odd, I must say. So we're going to leave that be, and we're going to get our first secret, which is not very secret. It's just right at the bottom here. So grab it and off we go, and we're going to dip around to the left hand side here, and hard as it is to see, there's a little path that we can go behind here. And there is some fish that we may or may not manage to kill before he runs away. We got him. Cool. Right, now we have a fairly long winding path up this way now. From here we have a guy. Take him out pretty quickly. His shotgun does a lot of damage. Does he drop anything? Yep, shotgun shells. There is a path here to the left that goes up. We will be returning to that shortly. But firstly, we need to go this way. Just follow the path the whole way around. and it'll lead you to this hole in the ground. Now, there's a large medipack here, and that's fair enough. This is, I think they do it a couple of times throughout the games, but this is a required damage check. So currently we have like the tiniest bit of health lost. I'm just going to demonstrate this here. I do take a little bit of an issue with this, by the way. So even if you safety drop here, you will die if you basically have taken any damage. However, I'm not going to use the large medipack right now. I'm going to use a small one. But if you're at full health and you take this drop, you will survive with the tiniest bit of health. Obviously, the whole point of them leaving you a large medipack is so you can heal yourself afterwards. But how many people over the decades have never gotten past this point because they thought you just couldn't survive that drop because they had the tiniest bit of damage? I just take a little bit of issue with that on the whole, I have to say. But I guess it's like the whole thing of when you know, you know. Right, so we'll grab the key, and grabbing the key triggers some sharks. There's one here, which, there we go. Wasn't sure if she was going to aim at him. They're not really any trouble, to be quite honest. There's one there, there's another one here. You can just pick them off with the pistols, and it's no problem. And there should be a third one. I'm not sure if he's come out yet, but there is some harpoons here if you wanted to try to take a shark on with harpoons. If you were really that suicidal. There he is. So just hop back up to here to get your angle and pick him off at your own leisure. There we go. Right, with all three of those taken care of, we're going to go back up to the left where we were before. Also, one slight weird thing about this raft, you can't just jump off from the side here. You kind of have to take a step back. I don't get why. Maybe it's because it's weird sized textures or something like that, but it's just a bit weird. In any ways, I'm going to go back around this way, and instead of going straight the whole way down, we're going to take that path to the left. Okay, so a little bit of traversal to do here. No, can't grab that. It's this one. Then, yep, it's around to the right and up. Ooh. And up. And up. I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything around here that needs grabbing. Nope, that should be it. Excuse me. Right, and then when we get to the very top, it will leave you out back out on the deck. So, again, gonna hit a quick save here because we get a little bit of an ambush. It's okay, won't be too much of a problem. Whoop. So one guy usually comes from the left, and one guy usually comes straight down. There we go, guy from the left taken care of, and then there should be a guy who comes down from this way. So as long as you take these, as long as you take them one by one, you'll always be fine. Okay, this one we can actually just take with pistols. There we go. Right, so the ambush happens if you come straight down here. The guy will climb up from the end, and the guy will basically flank you from behind with the shotgun. But thankfully, we don't need to worry about that, because they're taken care of. Right, so what we've got going on here now is I have to be a little bit careful with this, because imminent death. But we are now on the very top deck. So we have this one. We have the deck below us there. We have another deck below that again, and then down to the bottom deck where we started the level. What we want to do first, though, is we want to go around here. There's a very sneakily hidden pickup down here, just tucked in to the right so that you can't even see it if you look down from above. I think it's very, very sneaky. Not a secret, though. Just sneaky. And it's right beside where we came from. If we had come straight through here, it would be swinging right at the bench. Anyway, that's all the pickups here for now. So what we want to do is we want to try to trigger the enemies on this next deck, which I think we have done. I can hear them moving around. There's a guy with a flamethrower, and there'll be 2 wrench guys. I think it's 2 wrench guys. The flamethrower guy will immediately kill us if we're not careful. Yep, there he is there. And we just need to trigger the... I want the wrench guys to come up, basically. And I can take them as they come. Please don't do that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and there should be a second wrench guy. I don't want to go too close to the edge because he can flamethrower us. Might be able to kill him from here, actually. Yeah, that works. Okay. So that's good, actually. I thought that was going to be tougher. So there is another wrench guy, but I'm not worried about him because I can take him on. Where is he, though? Oh, there. There we go. Right. There are more enemies. You can hear them walking around, but they're not going to be a problem here now. The first thing we need to do, though, there is pick up behind here some M16 ammo. And then I think there might be something on the far side. Yep. Some Uzi clips. And then we're going to get our second secret, which pretty devilishly hidden. You may notice in this little pool, you may notice that there's a corner of it that's kind of slightly differently shaded as if it's a door. And you're right, it is. You open it by swimming over to it. And immediately a scuba guy will come out and try to, well, it's unlikely that he'll kill you. They don't do a whole lot of damage. But he will jump out at you. And once the door is open, it stays open. But the gold dragon is in here. Come on. Around it, Lara, please. There we go. Right, so with that done, we're going to drop down another deck level. And pretty sure it's this side that we want to drop. I just want to double check that. So the sides here, the left side and the right side of the next deck down. Oh, where did you come from? Didn't see you coming. Anyway, they are entirely separate. You can't grab, you can't drop on one side and come back up the other, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So it's the other side we need to be on to do anything, to progress, but I just want to double check that there's nothing down here. I need to double check that that guy did or did not drop anything. But the only way back up is to push this block back under the ledge. No, he does not drop anything. So you'll see here, yeah, that there's the deck where we started. We came out. You can see the stern in the distance there. So this, it stops here. That's as far as you can get. You have to go back up to get to the other side, which we will do here now. Now, on this side, you do also have a movable block that you can pull to allow you to get back up, but we're not going to need that because we're not going to be going back up to that deck via this route. Pretty much ever, to be honest. So now we've got another little bit of tricky platforming, so I am going to hit another quick save because again we've made a fair distance here. Right, so you may see the path here already, but we're going to jump from here onto the next one and then over onto the roof of the stern. We're going to get a really interesting zoom out here. Why, you ask? Oh no, I didn't mean to fall. Well, I don't want to waste the time and go all the way back around, so we're going to just load that. The zoom out can mess with which direction you think you're facing. Why do they do this? It's to show you the last secret behind there. We will get it, don't you worry, but we're not going to get it right now. Because getting it right now would mean we have to go the long way back around to get back up to here. So I'm not willing to do that big trek right now because we don't need to. Anyway, if we jump across to here, it's not obvious in any way, shape or form. You'd be hard pressed to know it's there unless you happen to be looking up. But there is a little crack here that you can drop and release to. You want to do it at the smaller end because if you drop and release to the to where it's further down, Lara will just not catch it. Then from here, we're going to take a jump straight across and into here. Now, right, so we're now beside where the stern was, and that is like it's too high to jump. That basically is why we had to do all of that. So we've got a nice winding, zigzagging path for absolutely no other reason than a straight line is just too boring. And then we have a nice little platform section here that's not particularly difficult, just jump from flat to flat. When we get to the top, we're going to have some trouble. And you want to make sure they don't die on that slope. Otherwise you're going to have the same problem we had in the past, where you cannot pick up that large medipack. Doesn't matter which side this you go, they connect at the end anyway. Nothing to be missed. And again, this is going to bring us out at a higher level. So now we are back up at the higher deck, the highest deck, where that bench and the hidden grenades were. And we're going to take a big old jump over to the roof here. From here we're going to go around to the far side, where we've got another trap door that will open when we walk on it. Watch out for that. We'll get some ammo here for the automatic pistol and follow this around. Now, follow this around to a door that's just going to lead you back out to where we were. Very, very easy to miss this little movable block. And it is a vital, vital piece of the progression puzzle. Behind here we have a switch. And that will open a door. And that door is on this same level. Before we go running out here, just bear in mind we are about to get ambushed. There we go. Watch out, because it is a shotgun and it will do a lot of damage if he catches you off guard. Why a man with a shotgun drops automatic pistol ammo though is a little beyond me, I must say. But I'm not going to complain. So we're going to run around to that door, which is just here. And in here, we're going to have some more Uzis. And we're going to have a place to use the key that we got from the raft. So the cabin key. And in here we're going to have a nice little breaking platform puzzle. Very, very easy. Run along one side to get to the switch and run back the other side. Don't switch sides, basically. Oh, did we press that? Did we? Yeah, we pressed it twice by accident. Sometimes that happens and I'm not entirely sure why. So you can hear an enemy. He's not going to be any trouble just yet. Just in case you were wondering, it's all glass shards under there. We'll use a shotgun here. He's gonna become our problem here now. Oh, whoops! I did not mean to do that. I pressed the wrong button. Well, that made that considerably more exciting, didn't it now? Right, so back around to exactly where we were a minute ago. Oh, gone the wrong way. Have I gone the wrong way? Yeah, I kind of have gone the wrong way. It's here. And right, I think. It's down this alley here. Yeah, so we came from this side. So we're going to go this way. And here we're going to have another bit that loops around and leaves us out at a higher point. Now I think this is clever game design. So you can see that there is a way to go here. You cannot reach it. Because of the way we've entered this little bit, you don't immediately see this right in front of you. And it's so easy to miss. But I think it's a really clever... Oh, come on, Lara, you can stop running. It's a really clever piece of game design where it just goes, look behind you. And I just kind of like that sort of thing. Right, so this is going to loop us around right above, and there is the key. That is the key that we've been looking for. So we're just going to drop straight down and grab the key. And that is the storage key. That's precisely what we're looking for. So we're now going to go and get the last pickup. So if we drop down to here, drop down to here, and we're going to drop down one more to here, and one more to here, so that we can do these jumps again. And again, I'm going to save it so that I don't have to go a million years around the world to get back to here. And across. Now, this is not a hidden secret. They literally show you it. And it's not all that difficult to get, but you kind of need to know how the mechanics work. So, if you didn't know already, you can't run through spikes or glass, but you can walk. We've done it multiple times. It's how we've gotten multiple secrets. Getting this third one will give us a load of grenades. What people may not realize is that you can, in fact, do a safety drop and just take like the tiniest bit of damage doing it. Now, you can hear a lot of fire going on, can't you? And you're right, there are two flamethrower guys down here who we're going to take care of. You know what, might use the rifle for this. It has a longer range. There we go. That's all of them dead. And now we just get to go and finish up the level. I wouldn't recommend just dropping. It hurts. You can go back around, drop into the water and continue on that way if you want to. I personally prefer to do a running jump over to here and slide down, taking no damage in the process. I just think it's a cooler way to do it. And we're just going to take ourselves back over to where I pointed out earlier for the end of the level and use the storage key. Now, before we go and finish this, I just want to point out, here we are, 3 secrets. I know it says 34 of 35 here. I'm going to make a point of showing you here in a second why that's the case. In order to finish the level, you have to pick up this last item. It is the thing we have been looking for. I think it's called the Seraph. And that is our 35th pickup. And that is all of the pickups, all of the secrets, this level completement. So without too much further ado, let's finish it up. And there will be a cutscene here now that I'm going to let play and let you enjoy in its... I'm just going to let you experience it. Now, if that wasn't an action-packed sequence for you, I don't know what more you want. Anyway, we're going to hit a save here and call it a day, because this is the next level. It is the Tibetan Foothills. It's quite a level. It has some of the most frustrating mechanics, but also one of the coolest songs. So we'll dive into that next part. But until then, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you again real soon.